Look, all my clothes have fallen off.
It's nice to have a cake. It's nice to have some jam.
Is it?
It's better than having someone going, I can hear you.
To your Sky remote. Search premature...
Erection problem.
Yeah, premature ejaculation. And welcome to another edition of Wanging On with me, Graham Norton, and my good friend Maria McCurlin.
Maria McCurlin, that is me.
Yeah, were you going to remind me of your own
I
name?
was, because I know it's been quite a difficult time for you of late.
And I noticed, Maria, you are friendless. No Raffy the dog.
Well, you say friendless. I do have a few friends, but
Not
Raffy
here.
the toy poodle, he had a meeting today with the Bank of England. They're
course.
very worried about interest rates, and he knows as much as anyone else about which way we're going.
Has Raffy got an agent yet?
I was going to talk to Melanie about it, actually.
It's my agent. No, because he's quite showbiz.
No, he's not really a showbiz dog. The other one, Dolly, Dead Dolly, was quite showbiz. This one, not so much.
Oh, okay.
No.
But where is... I mean, obviously, after the Bank of England.
After the Bank of England, yes.
Where's Raffy going?
A play date.
A play date.
Yes.
Lovely.
Play date with the fox terrier.
Ooh.
Come on.
Our fox... See, we're in a...
A dilemma.
Well, we're in a kind of a...
Are you on the horns of a dog dilemma?
There's a dog-shaped hole in our lives.
I know, and you've done very well to not get a dog since whenever your dogs all died.
I know, they all died.
It's a bit of a coincidence they all died so close together, by the way.
Oh, they're all gone. Let's go to Australia.
Mundo.
But no, so fox terriers are very yappy.
No, they're not yappy, but they're very kind of specific about what they want to do and don't want to do.
Oh, so they just make up their own mind.
They really make up their own
a
mind.
bit like my Labradoodle Bailey.
Yes, but kind of worse.
Oh, so we shouldn't get a fox terrier.
Well, they're beautiful, but they can be quite difficult. Like, the fox terrier that Raffy has gone to play with loves him for ages and then decides after about an hour, quite like to kill you now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like a person.
Yeah.
Is a
Like
fox
a
terrier the
person.
dog that's in the Thin Man? William Powell and Myrna Loy.
I think it is. Very good.
Younger listeners scratching head.
I know.
Turn to Google machine.
I'm scratching my chin as well. Myrna Loy. I mean, there's a name to reckon with.
Hello. Yes, it happened before I was born, and I know something about it.
Good. Well done, you. So what else is in the mix?
Was that a
please?
fox terrier?
I think it was a fox terrier.
Okay, then I like fox terriers.
Okay, but they can be difficult. Tell me what else is in the mix.
What I'd like is just to have the doorbell go, open the door, and there's a dog.
I can do that for you.
And then that's the dog we love.
I can do
because
that
I think
for you.
Choosing,
I know.
because it's too much. It's too much. I think whippets are adorable. Do you know what? Can you get a whippet lurcher? Like a hairy greyhound. Lurchers are like
long-haired.
Like lurchers are long-haired greyhounds. Can you do a whippet version of that?
Is there not such a thing as an Italian greyhound, which is slightly smaller?
Well, now you're talking.
Well, I meet quite a lot of dogs, obviously.
Oh, okay, yes.
On my travels. As
As
the dog whisperer.
I won't pry.
I've got to have some life, Graham.
It's all the cold meats in your handbag.
I'm on a high-protein diet. What can I tell you? Yes, I don't know about the long-haired bit, though. But also lurchery things. They do run away and chase things, squirrels, all of that thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind them running away if they can run back. And also, aren't lurchers like greyhounds where they run, and then they stop?
Well, I think everybody will do that eventually. Every dog will do that eventually. But
Every dog will have its day.
No, but they can kill things in the park. But then did your last dogs kill things in the park?
No, never. One of our dogs...
Killed picnics, certainly.
Yes, killed picnics, and one of our dogs got bitten by a squirrel.
I like that.
I know. Squirrel fights back.
Which dog was that?
Douglas.
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
Bitten by a squirrel. That's got to be unlucky.
Well, he was very keen to be that close to a squirrel.
Yes,
so,
he chased it, and then the squirrel fought back, and then he went, "Owie, that's not meant to happen." What about you were thinking of getting not a poolie, but some...
Oh, what was that? What was it called? I was going to say puma, but that's a big cat. I don't think... I think they're illegal in Britain.
That would be a mistake.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Yeah, the beast of Bodmin Moor. We adopted it.
It's good that you can't remember.
Was it a pumi? A P-U-M-I?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, I really like them. Because their little ears sit on top of their heads.
And do they have any idiosyncratic behaviour that you should know about? All right.
Well, see, I haven't really done any research.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't get a dog.
No, you're probably.
Let's just talk about it for the rest of my life.
Are you going to just go to a rescue place?
In the end, we might just do that because I
Yeah.
think it's ridiculous because it's like, it's like, yeah, you can't overthink it. You can't overshop for a dog, I
No,
think.
no. But some people want, designery things. What about poodle? Too gay?
I mean, I don't mind poodles.
Yeah,
But
okay.
yeah.
Big poodle. What
see,
about a big
I
one?
do love a standard
Well,
poodle.
there you are.
Yeah, but, I've got to
I
lug
mean,
it
I
around
know
the
lots
place.
of people who do the pet placing from Spain and from Romania. And
Oh, yes, we know that woman who...
Yeah, Jane Bussman.
Yeah, brings dogs back from Spain.
Yeah.
I mean, I just asked for a hat. Now look, I wanted a funny liqueur, Jane.
Well, I might have to put you in touch
not
with
a
her.
hound.
She's got a lot of lovely dogs.
So, like Raffy.
Yeah.
What breed is that?
He's a toy poodle.
Very toy.
Yeah.
And would you recommend?
I would as a general rule, a toy poodle, but this one is quite difficult and it's taken him, I mean, it is a man, taken him 2 years to sort out his toilet arrangements. And we still sometimes have mistakes.
Well, beer will go through you. That's...
This is true. Yeah. And also, it's quite difficult when you've gone round to somebody's house for dinner and they say, bring the dog. We love dogs. Not so much when,
Yeah.
they've got a lovely sisal carpet.
Yes. I've been looking at rugs, actually.
Have you?
Yes.
What sisal rugs?
Well, no, it was some other weird material, and the woman actually said, and it's not great for pets. And I thought, oh, is it the claws? No, she meant the dogs that piss.
No.
And we were like, our dog will not be peeing on the carpet.
Well,
Thank you very
number
much.
one, it really colours, by the way, if they do a wee-wee.
Yeah.
And number two, try and get a...
Do you mean number two?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, I
Is
mean...
this your second point? or has the dog done something more solid?
Yes. Number 2 point is dealing with number 2, especially if it's viscous.
Oh!
On a sisal rug can take you a lot of time, a fork, and possibly a nail brush.
And a Q-tip.
Yeah, and a Q-tip. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's the worst.
So really think on...
Isn't the weird thing, if it's somebody else's sisal rug, you'd be so embarrassed to do that. If that's your sisal rug and your dog has viscous, you forgive them instantly.
Good word, viscous, isn't it?
But
better than mucousy.
Yeah, you forgive them immediately, don't you?
Well, I don't know about forgive them immediately. I think it's still a pain.
But no, you kind of think, oh, my dog is ill.
Oh, no, I think...
And the dog didn't want to do that.
I think you just think, ugh, why did I get a puppy? But they're like having a toddler, and it's quite exhausting. Especially if, like mine, it's taken 2 years for them to realise that pooing and peeing outside is by far the better idea.
I feel like only a puppy will love me. I feel like an older dog will know better.
I think you need to talk to your therapist about that, Graham. Why am I so unlovable?
I think that the puppy will learn to love me because it will have never experienced anyone else. Where an older dog will be like, you think I'm going to love you?
I belonged to 4 people before you, and everyone was better than you.
Yeah.
I don't even like you, let alone love you.
Yeah. I am not getting on that sofa. Stop patting the cushion.
Okay. I think that says more about you than anyone else, Graham.
What we need is just a dog to wander in now.
Yes.
But
and then
not
we
happening.
don't have to do problems or anything. We can just play.
But we must do problems.
Okay.
We are moving on.
Are we?
To our dilemmas of the day.
Thank goodness.
Right, first letter, you have it. Please open it. No, just drinking coffee. All right, fine, drink coffee. Who is to know this bit would be coming?
Dear Graham and Maria, I have a new neighbour, a woman in her 40s. I am a divorced 52-year-old man, quite happy with my own company.
All right.
After initial conversations about rubbish days, location of various shops and dental practices, I had hoped that would be that. Okay? But no, I've had cakes, funny postcards through the letterbox, flowers from her garden, jam on my doorstep, and invitations to dinner. I really feel I need to nip this in the bud, but I don't want to make an enemy. I am categorically, this is underlined, categorically not interested in her, and I have enough friends. And that is from Jason in Portsmouth. Oh, Jason in Portsmouth. Wind your neck in, mate. I mean, you're not all that.
Well, except he's feeding all that because there's jam on his doorstep.
That's not a euphemism. Yes, but she would quite like a friend. Listen, Jason, you don't want to fall out with your neighbours.
No.
And she sounds like the right side, but she just needs to back off a bit too, because she's probably coming full on. I mean, maybe you are all that, Jason, but I can't imagine from your letter that you are.
He's very happy with his own company.
He's very happy with his own company.
He doesn't need any more friends.
No, exactly. But I just think, all right, just tell her. Tell her exactly what, say, it's so nice of you to do all of this, but I'm gay. Whatever. You can, no, you don't have to tell her that.
Unless he is, that's really going to come back to bite him.
Yeah, that's true. But you can say,
I'm dating a drag queen.
It's really nice of you to do all this, but if it's going anywhere, I really need to tell you. So nip it in the bud. It isn't going anywhere. But you keep her on board. It's nice to have a cake. It's nice to have some jam.
Is it?
I don't know.
No, it's not.
It's better than having someone going, I can hear you hammering.
Look, all I would say, Jason, I think nipping it in the bud is a mistake. I think
also a bit late for that, frankly.
But also
he's had a whole shopping list.
So long as you just you can be polite, you can send a little email. Thanks for the cake. Thanks for the jam. Thanks for the flowers, and then that's it. And eventually, if you don't feed this relationship, it will drift off. She'll find a neighbour who appreciates her sponge more.
Yeah. But I mean, clearly she's interested in Jason and taking this further
maybe just as a friend.
Into a relationship. I know, but what about if he just says, and then it'll give her the opportunity if he says, this is not going to go anywhere. This is not, ulterior motive, is it? This jam and cake, etc. And she'll go, ooh, get over yourself.
Yeah.
Who's interested in you? And then you'll have to suck that up, Jason, and then it's done.
Well, I just think don't...
Or she might say, yes, it is.
Oh, look, all my clothes have fallen off.
That happens. It does happen.
It can happen. Very strong breeze in Portsmouth. Yeah. Oh, look at that sea breeze. They ripped them all off.
I'm naked, Jason. Woo.
Hide me in your duvet. I think Jason shouldn't say anything. Because exactly what you were saying.
Yeah.
You're assuming something that makes you look like a real dick.
Yeah.
And
you've said it out loud to us. You don't need to say it out loud to anyone else now.
No, particularly not the woman who's moved in next door.
But clearly Jason has been used to, getting on with his life, and the neighbour next door didn't ever bother him. But now, you've told her where the dentist is. I love that. And when the rubbish bins are taken.
I would like to know that.
Where the dentist is in Portsmouth.
No.
You never know.
Rubbish days I like.
Rubbish days is good.
And recycling, is it the same day?
Yeah. And local shops. So you've done all of that. And she's just trying to say to you, I'm here and I'm
available.
I'm a nice person.
I'm an old whore.
And should you ever find yourself lonely of an evening, just knock me up, as it were.
She has moved to Portsmouth.
Knocking shop central, right? Am I right?
All those sailors.
Oh. You'd think she wouldn't really give Jason a look in if she'd be down on the port most nights.
Yeah, come on. Look a little further afield. So lazy.
So handy, though.
Right
Straight
there.
home to bed. There we are. What are we telling Jason? I think do nothing, Jason. I think kind of, if she starts to come on to you a little bit more, then you can say, oh, I'm really not interested, very bad divorce or whatever, or just not interested in you, you old hag.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah.
That's too much?
Too much.
Too much.
A little strong.
Yeah,
too
much.
strong.
So somewhere in between of those things, I think maybe Jason.
Oh, I know one. Talking of dental practices and doctors, say the cake with jam gave him food poisoning.
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
Or say you were allergic to something.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Say I came out in hives.
Yeah.
I mean, but part of me thinks, would it kill you to have dinner with somebody?
Oh, no, Maria.
No.
That's a terrible idea.
Is it?
Yes, do not have dinner with this woman.
Everybody's got a story to tell, Graham.
I think we know hers.
Do we, though?
Yes. I like cooking and I'm lonely.
And so that's not a crime or a sin?
No, it's not a crime or a sin.
All right, I'm her. I confess.
You don't actually live in that house. You've pretended to move in. You love Jason. You've travelled.
I have. I followed him.
Now, listen, our community of dedicated listeners, they are called Wangers, and they have had early eyes on this problem.
So they write in about it.
They do. If you'd like to be a dedicated listener or a wanger, you just email us, wangingon@listen.co.uk, just like these people have done. And now they're going to hear their names read aloud by Maria.
So the response is from Jason, for Jason in Portsmouth.
Yeah,
four. So Alison says, I see you have two options here, Jason. If the cakes are good, keep them coming. But if you are really uncomfortable with all her kind gestures, the only way is to tackle it and be open and honest and speak to your neighbour directly. Good luck.
Well, now...
That means give her the kiss off, I
But
believe.
also, you can't keep the cakes coming. Otherwise, he'll no longer be comfortable in his own company. He'll be so unattractive.
Or his
he can
own
only
skin.
He can only date the woman next door.
Maybe she's playing the long game.
Yeah, I'm a feeder. I'm going to get him to the stage where he can't get out of that house. And then I'm in.
That's good. That's good thinking.
Clever.
She's a clever neighbour.
Oh, she's so
okay,
clever.
Helen says, it seems harsh, but I totally get it. The best neighbours are the quiet ones you barely notice.
That.
What you need to do is create the impression you're terribly busy all the time. If you see her, pretend you're rushing off to something. If she invites you round, invent other engagements that always clash with the date. She'll probably just stop trying in the end.
I mean, that's kind of right, I think. You just got to not encourage her until she finally gets the picture or someone else encourages. Freya, you know Freya.
Oh, I know. Freya who called us.
Yes.
Yes,
She
I
left
know
a voice
Freya.
note. Let's listen to that.
My advice for the gentleman with the overly friendly neighbour is to be kind to her. She's obviously lonely. So next time you see her, try and make polite small talk, but perhaps pepper in that you're extremely busy and really enjoy time on your own.
Well, actually, if you've got to pepper things in, I would pepper in a girlfriend.
Yeah, I would pepper in something
Yeah.
like that as well. But polite small talk. No, Freya. I mean, I get you. Be kind.
Yes, but actually, pepper something in. I would say pepper in kind of like that. If you've got a girlfriend,
Yeah, pepper in.
long
Anyone would think
distance.
you're trying to get off with me. That.
As if.
Yeah. You've always got to go too far. We've got more. Rob.
Rob. Of course, Rob. Don't forget Rob.
Yes. You don't know when you might be in desperate need of a helpful neighbour, especially if you live on your own. So don't alienate this woman. Eat the cake and the jam. Enjoy the flowers. None of this is exactly a hardship. True, Rob. Maybe pop round for dinner once a year. What's the harm? Once a year? I'm with you, Rob.
No. Never step into that house. Never step into that house.
You'll never get out again.
Yeah, no. If she ever offers you a spare key for her house in case of emergency, don't take it.
Oh, come on.
No, just say you're traveling too much. Better give it to Mrs. Duda, who never leaves.
See, I gave my neighbour a spare key and he gave me mine.
What?
He's dead now. Yeah, I gave my neighbour a spare key. Why is that wrong?
No, because you're not sending
How do
unless
you know
are. Uh-oh.
Wait, Paul says, I genuinely don't think this neighbour is romantically interested in you. She's just looking for a friend. If you feel you have nothing in common with her and you don't want to engage, then don't. Avoid small talk. Exactly. Thank you very much. Don't reply to messages.
Very
Try
good.
and stay civil. Just don't engage.
True.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like you've got to find a level here, Jason, in Portsmouth.
Yes. I mean, what's sad is that she's kind of forced the issue by being so overly friendly. So he's got to draw a line in the sand. And that's sad because, it would be nice to just be nice to your neighbour. But she's made it so he can't do that because she's pushed it so far.
She's too much, isn't she?
Yeah. Jason, I hope some of that helped. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
We will have our second dilemma very shortly. Time for letter number 2. The envelope right there,
Yeah,
there.
I know. I just need to do a little bit of filing in between times.
I
But
know, it is quite a mess on your
it'll-
side of the desk.
Look at you. I can imagine what you were like at school. Miss, he's made a mess on his desk. Okay, dear Graham and Maria, this is a very delicate situation. My partner of 3 years suffers with premature ejaculation. We find other ways for me to become satisfied, and I honestly thought I could cope. Now I'm realizing I can't live like this. Penetration is impossible, and to make it all worse, he is steadfastly refusing to seek any medical help or intervention. I have pleaded with him by saying we may be able to get a diagnosis or correct the situation, but he is adamant that this is a private issue. We are both 48. 3 years they've been together, and that is from Catherine in Birmingham. Well, Catherine in Birmingham, you sort of have done something of an ultimatum here for him, or maybe you haven't yet. Maybe you're just making it sound like that. I do think it's something that affects a lot of people, and it's something that people don't talk about, which is insane. And it could well be that it's a medical situation, but by pushing him somehow and making it a big deal, maybe you haven't done that, it makes it worse. Each time you try and it doesn't work, it makes it worse. It sort of builds into something that you really don't want to go there.
Except, see, because I hear what Catherine's saying.
Yeah.
here,
What
and I
is she saying?
Well, one, they're both 48, so
Yeah.
neither of them in the first flush of youth.
No, they've
So
been together since they were 45.
Yeah, so I can see why Catherine doesn't want to give up on this. But I think her problem isn't so much the premature ejaculation. Her problem is that she's dating someone who either doesn't see it as a problem or refuses to acknowledge it's a problem. And actually, he needs to be a grown-up because, there's two of this in this relationship. And if he's thinking, oh, well, I satisfy her in other ways, fine. But actually, she would prefer if they were having full congress.
And good work. If he would go and get it sorted out. But I mean, it sounds to me from this letter, she doesn't say if this is a recent thing, that it's always been like this.
Yes, I think it's always been like this.
She sort of knows what she was buying into.
And I think, but what I think the thing is, she's not saying it's a deal breaker.
No.
But I think what she would like is for him to acknowledge that it's not ideal.
Yeah.
And it does seem crazy that a 48-year-old man kind of thinks, I'm going to deal with this till the grave.
Yeah.
Go see somebody.
What is it about men not going to the doctors? I mean, it could well be some simple physical thing that can be corrected. It could well be psychological. But I think what's happening here is the pile-on, even though it doesn't sound like it. But, Catherine constantly on at him about it is making things worse. Now, there are other ways to pleasure yourself in the bedroom. You can have toys and so on and so forth. And I'm sure you've explored all of those. But I think this is also about him digging his heels in.
But it's about communication, isn't it? It's about
yes, but him not acknowledging that perhaps there are two in this relationship, and he's digging his heels in, because you would want, if you were a normal person, to just go, okay, let's eliminate everything that it possibly could be, and then if we can't do anything about it, then that's it. So it's almost like he doesn't want to hear that.
Because I think the deal breaker isn't the premature ejaculation. The deal breaker is that
his
you are dating.
intransigence.
You are dating someone who refuses to talk about it, refuses to do anything about it. That's where you kind of think, actually, after 3 years of this, I'm done. Not because of the sexual thing, the physical intimacy thing, but because you, as a human being, are refusing to deal with this, refusing to talk about it. Because, that's far more important. If you've tried everything and actually, no, this is the way it is, I love you, let's just work our way through it together, then that's all fine. But if he's refusing to even talk about it or, acknowledge that it's a problem, then I think you have to just say goodbye. I know I'm 48. I know we've put 3 years into this thing, but, it's such a... It tells you an awful lot about this man, I think.
Although I think if you asked a lot of men, if you did a survey, a lot would say, no, I wouldn't bother going to the doctors either, because it's a personal matter. So it is a sort of intransigent thing. It's the same with men going to get a prostate exam. Once upon a time, you had to have a finger up your bottom, if I'm not mistaken. Now you can tell with a blood test. But, people were dying left, right and centre.
Really write to my doctor. That's very... My doctor seems a little old-fashioned then.
I was wondering if you would go there, and you did.
And it wasn't his finger.
Oh, stop it now. No, back to you, Catherine. I do think that Graham is right in many ways, and you kind of knew this from the get-go, and maybe he ticks all the other boxes, and while sex isn't the be-all and end-all, it's a very good glue to keep you together. It's a really intimate glue that is necessary. But I think Graham is right. This is what's going to kind of tear you apart, his intransigence about this.
And like I say, the problem isn't... And I think if you could maybe communicate that to him, look, what upsets me here isn't the premature ejaculation. It's the fact that you are this sort of person. You're this person who isn't open to doing anything about it. That's the bit that makes you say, I'm leaving you.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving you because of this. Because actually, you've dealt with it for 3 years, and she probably could keep going. I think she sounds, you found someone who you work with in lots of different ways. This one bit doesn't work so well, but why can't he accept that it could work better?
Yeah. because he doesn't want to know that there's nothing to be done about it. You know that thing while you don't want to lose hope that perhaps this is a passing phase or something.
He's 48.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's quite a long phase.
I mean, I don't have a penis, so I don't know enough about it.
Oh, that's a problem. Are you open to seeing someone about that?
Yes. I have looked online on Marketplace for penises.
Etsy's really good.
Stop it. Catherine, we're not taking the mickey.
Sorry. We've drifted off. So let's go to our dedicated wangers and find out what advice they have for Catherine.
B says, my partner can be very tricky to talk to about this sort of stuff. Lots of men are, so you need to approach this indirectly. Watch TV shows where this pops up. I'm not sure there are that many of them where this pops up as a theme.
Kind of like to your Sky remote. Search premature
Erection problems.
Premature ejaculation.
Send him articles. Just slowly chip away so that when he finally addresses the problem, he'll feel like he's the one doing it in his own terms. I mean, this is like treating like a grown man, like a baby.
Yeah.
Just own it, mate, whoever Catherine's boyfriend is. Sally says, admittedly, this isn't ideal, but how can you turn this to your advantage? Get creative in the bedroom to find things you can both enjoy. Introduce toys, different positions. Just have fun exploring different solutions that please you both. Thank you, Sally, but I think Graham is right. That isn't really a problem. It's somebody being stubborn.
Yes. And also, is it, I don't know, like, what's he getting out of sex, if you know what I mean? Is there pleasure to be had after your premature ejaculation? I don't know.
I don't know. I think once you've ejaculated, that's the end of that, isn't it? Isn't that when people go to sleep?
Well, that's when it's...
that's my experience.
Well, in a straightforward ejaculation, it is. But I wonder... I don't know.
I think, ejaculation is the thing that sends you off to sleep within about, 40 seconds?
Well...
Emma says, for some people, sex just isn't a big deal. It's never been all that important to me. Thanks, Emma, for that share. But for you, it is, and that's fine. It just might mean that you and this guy aren't sexually compatible. So find somebody who is. At least you tried.
For 3 years.
Yeah, it's a long time, isn't it? I've got another one here.
Oh, yes.
Anne. Sex is so important in a relationship, so I sympathise, but I don't actually think this is about sex. It's about communication. You sent this in, didn't you? Yes. I know you've already tried to talk to him, but you need to try different approaches until something works. Tell him you appreciate his sensitivities, but that this is important to you and that something has to be done. These are difficult conversations, but if you can navigate them successfully, you'll grow stronger together as a result. Thank you, Anne. Long but right. Mark says, as a bloke, this can be incredibly embarrassing. But if he's not willing to engage with the problem, you might need to cut your losses and walk away. That's the bottom line, I think, Catherine.
Yes.
It's either, how many other red flags are there? This isn't really a red flag. It's just unfortunate. But
well, I think his intransigent is a red flag. Yeah.
We haven't really been very helpful, Catherine, but I think it's...
But I think Catherine will hear what we're saying.
Yeah.
Is that actually, I think the difficulty in this relationship isn't the lacking in in penetration.
Yes.
It's the fact lacking in communication.
I want to know if Viagra would help in any way, shape or form. I know that helps you get an erection, but does it help with, no, probably not.
I'll take some and we'll see.
Can you?
Yeah.
Can you do it for this afternoon?
I will. Catherine, fingers crossed that helped. Who knows? And a reminder, if you want to send us your dilemmas, you can just email us wangingon@listen.co.uk. You can also find us on Instagram @wangingon. Okay, now before we go, It's time for another Am I Weird? And I believe Will in Leeds is asking that question today.
Very good.
Who is he? What is he? What's
Graham,
going on?
No, that's your Graham. Will says, hi, Graham and Maria. Am I weird that I still check my ex's location on the Find My Friends app? Not that I ever want to see him again. I just find it fascinating how he spends his time. And it looks like he still lives in his grotty flat in South London. Hilarious. Now, I don't think I think you and a bazillion other people do that.
Yes, but it's really unhealthy.
Well, it's not weird, but it is unhealthy then. Is that what we're saying?
It should be weird. If he wants to move on with his life, if what is giving him joy is that this guy hasn't moved on.
Yeah.
Nor have you, Will.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, so don't be so smug. Because if you're actively spending time checking on it is tempting. God knows it's tempting.
Yeah.
Because you want to find out that something terrible's happened to them. But you shouldn't.
Yeah, I think
Go cold turkey, Will.
Will, if it's probably, a month or 2 months since you split up with this guy, then it's probably normal and not weird. If it's 3 years or 4 years, then it's weird. Yeah?
Yeah. And
So you're allowed to do it for a minute, and then you have to remember, now this is, I need to move on.
Yeah. So right now, maybe it's not weird, but it's about to get weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're borderline weird. That's what I'm saying.
Well, he doesn't say how long he's been looking, does he?
We've pointed it out to him.
Yeah,
So if you've been doing it for a long time, you are weird. If it's not a long time, borderline weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normal, but then weird.
Yeah.
Depending.
That brings us to the end of this edition of Wanging On. Thank you very much to Catherine and Jason for submitting their dilemmas, and thanks to all the Wangers for giving their advice.
And just a reminder that we are not experts, and if you need expert advice on any of these problems or your own, please dig it out from the proper channels. There's more information on our Instagram at Wanging On.
And we'll be back next week with more of your dilemmas.
Wanging On with Graham and Maria is a Listen production.
See you next time.